LAWuN started Zoom in 2011. His company is now worth $15.9 billion and Eric owns about 20%. Zoom issue Archigram was launched in 1964 for 2 shillings. Zoom Ice Lolly was launched in 1963 at 6pence a lolly. Eric could now buy a lot of lollies to suck till his tongue dropped off, or throw them into the ocean and raise the sea level. It has a story of being cheerful, an optimistic word, Zoom, a happy global world like Coke, zoom along, speed, momentum, target, not a blurry, multicultural, multisexual world we think we zoom in. So why call it Zoom, Eric, your multi-image planetary enterprise? The word Zoom is like a transnational brand like Mercedes or Nissan or Kalashnikov, but it transgresses the barriers of speech. Zoom. Farsi Zoom, German Zoom, Swedish Zoom, Mandarin Zoom, Greek Zoom, Spanish Zoom, Urdu Zoom, Russian Zoom, Italian Zoom, Arabic Zoom, Hebrew Zoom, Danish Zoom, Korean Zoom, and all the rest. Zooming. Zoos do not always have a good reputation, but they try to be good like architects. But McLuhan said that now we can see ourselves as a zoo in space. Perhaps he meant to say a zoom in space. Planet Ice Lolly. A Z and 2 noughts and an M. Planet Ice Lolly. A Z and 2 noughts and an M. LAWuN started Zoom in 2011. His company is now worth $15.9 billion and Eric, poor old Eric, owns about 20%. Zoom issue of Archigram launched in 1964 for 2 shillings a copy. Farsi Zoom, German Zoom. Zoom Ice Lolly was launched in 1963 at 6pence a lolly. Eric could buy a lot of lollies to suck till his tongue dropped off, or throw them into the ocean and raise the sea level. Hebrew Zoom, Danish Zoom, Korean Zoom. It has a story of being cheerful, this optimistic word, Zoom. A happy global world like Coke, zoom along, Swedish Zoom, Mandarin Zoom. Speed, momentum, target, not a blurry, multicultural, multisexual world we think we zoom in. So why call it Zoom, Eric, your multi-image planetary enterprise? Greek Zoom, Spanish Zoom. The word Zoom is like a transnational brand, like Mercedes or Nissan or Kalashnikov, but it transgresses the barriers of speech. Zoom. Urdu Zoom, Russian Zoom. McLuhan said that now we can see our planet as a zoo in space. Perhaps he meant to say a zoom in space. Italian Zoom, Arabic Zoom. Planet Ice Lolly. a Z and two noughts and an M.